As I was writing pointers for this video, I recognized a pattern that all three of these animes have a few things in common. One is friendship. All of them have friendship in common, then a magical factor like a new land, different than our own, a new universe, and all of them keep on trying new things and having new experiences either together or by themselves. First up, Oswald. I am a huge fan of Oswald, and I just came across this a few days ago on Wikipedia. It said that Oswald in all has just 24 or 26 episodes, and I refuse to believe that that's the case because I'm sure there were a lot of episodes. And I kid you not, I'm in fact going to cross check once this video is done that if there were actually just 24 or 26 videos, because it definitely felt like there were a lot of more episodes. But for friendship dynamics between Oswald and Henry, Oswald and Daisy, Oswald and all the people of, what's it called, Toyton? Yeah, Toyton. I love that universe, the ice cream truck, the ice cream episode when he has to climb so many stairs, and after each floor, he would add one more scoop and he would realize it's melting and keep on going to add them. Yeah, even the camping episode, I realized that I have always been interested in picnics ever since I was little, and it's only now that I'm, seeing that pattern. So yeah, I loved the idea of picnics in it. I loved how, again, they had new experiences together, not just by themselves, like the episode where Oswald, grows a tomato garden for himself, and then for those worms, those were worms, eh? Snails, to then he builds a proper dining area for them in the backyard. That was one, and then another ones where they come together. I think it was a clock episode when the clock stops working and they come together as a community. Even the go-kart race, I think it was a go-kart race, and even the festival, I think autumn festival, I think that's the same episode. So yeah, I love these episodes where they used to all come together, try new things, and even the episode where you never know when you'll get lucky wala episode, where Oswald says that you never know when you'll be lucky, and he keeps on getting luckier and luckier, and then Henry comes home and he's like, maybe he should also believe in it, and then he's surprised by Oswald and his friends. It's very sweet. And songs, especially songs, I remember the Hindi dub used to have the songs like Pongo, Ye Pyara Dragon, and I used to sing that all the time around the house. I don't know, I had fun listening to those Hindi dubbed songs of Oswald. Even though some of them were like very boring, some of them were like really peppy and all. Yeah, but my favorite is the picnic episode, where all of them come together and they realize that the sandwiches won't be enough, so all of them come together and try bring different fruits and all and have a picnic together. Yeah, one of my favorites. Dragon Tales, I remember running back home because my school bus used to go to the west first and then come to the east where I live. So I used to pray that the railway gate stays open, because if the railway gate is closed, it would take 5 to 10 minutes more for it to open up, and that would mean me missing out on my cartoon. So yeah, and sometimes I made a friend in my school bus, and we learned that both of us loved the same serial. So what we used to do is, once the bus used to reach the railway gate, instead of waiting for it to go to the west and come back again, we used to get down at the gate and walk together to our homes. Yeah, so that's one amazing memory that I remember. Yeah, but it was amazing. I loved the Dragonland, Dragonberries, and new concepts. Basically, I think one of the key factors that these cartoons were special is that they also taught you a lot of valuable lessons. Like in Dragon Tales, I remember Odd learns to share, Max learns to control his anger, which, and even more episodes like Zack and Weezy, even though they are a connected dragon and they get their wish fulfilled of becoming separate dragons, and then they come together again, was really beautiful. And another one was I think Cassie learns to set better boundaries, and I don't remember what lesson Emmy learns, but yeah, it was beautiful because you could relate, you could understand. Oh my god, I'm speaking fast again. You could understand and resonate to their emotions, because when you're younger you tend to have those emotions as well, like when your best friend gets a new best friend and you're like, no, she is my best friend, and stuff like that. And learning to share, learning to be patient. I just loved Dragon Tales as well. I loved the whole kingdom they had, even the teacher and his magic book. Again, the magical concept. I think I have a thing for magic, but it was so magical and so beautiful. The snowy mountains area, the gardenish area, having those pixie dust fairies, and then giants that they used to meet in the clouds, the tree house that they had together. And in India, at least where I live, there was no such concept as tree houses and stuff and sleepers a lot. And so yeah, Desi kids know the struggle. So we lived vicariously through these cartoons. And it was beautiful. I loved it. And one more thing is that you could resonate with all characters. It wasn't just that you always wanted to be the main character, you would relate to all characters, which was beautiful. Winx Club, oh my god, I remember I came to watching Winx Club a lot later. My sister used to watch it and I used to hate it. I guess, I don't think I used to hate it, but I was not as into it. But slowly, I don't know why lights went off, but slowly over time, I started taking a liking to it, and I forgot the whole point because the lights went away. Probably because it's going to rain. Yeah, never mind. Should I just pause this video and shoot again? I don't know. Winx Club, I loved. First of all, magic, beautiful clothes, and new universe like the magic school, and how they used to teleport to these another universes and get these upgrades from Enchantrix to Believe Charmix, then Believing Mix something, and then Serenius, something like that. And then again it had emphasis on friendships and relationships, and even the idea of having these school boyfriends, I think, was enticing when you are younger. And a lot of things. And much more than that, it was beautiful to have women and girls superheroes, because then you could relate to it. You could be like, yes, I can be badass. Oh my god, I almost was about to drop the phone because I hit the mic. Yeah, so the idea that you could also be badass, you have magical powers, and it's amazing. Have magical powers, have beautiful friendships, and have a cool school and learn magic and learn to use it and keep upgrading to newer powers and fight off Stormy, Icy, and Darcy, I guess. The villains and the new villains. This almost reminds me of Ben 10. I don't know why, but it does. I think we should talk about Ben 10 in part 2. But getting back to Winx Club, I loved it. I think I don't know if you did this, but I used to place myself like, this is me. Like, I used to watch cartoons and like, okay, this person is a lot like me, so I used to imagine I am this person in that anime. So with Winx Club, I always wanted to be Bloom, and not only because if you check on the wiki page, I resonate a lot with her personality, but also because she was the main character, I guess, that I was like, I wanted to be Bloom. Yeah, so both aspects, especially the personality one. And then second one was Stella. Even Stella and I also have quite few similar personas. First one being a bit childish. I don't like, if you ask people who know me personally, they'll tell you there's that childish in a good way, not in a bad way, kind of factor, like always wearing those rose colored glasses and loving aesthetics, wanting to have a partner like Brandon. And her whole world revolves around these things that matter to her. For me is also similar, and so personality and a lot of things wise Bloom and Stella. But when it comes to clothes, I think I love the feminine kind of clothes of Flora, but not personality wise. I think I don't remember much of her personality. Yeah, so these are the 3 animes that I wanted to talk about. I don't know if this video has turned out right, because obviously the lights went off and I don't even remember the pointers I made. I wrote them on my phone. Okay, let's check if we have covered them all. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, even with Winx, I loved how they covered vulnerability. They didn't hold back when it came to showing the characters' flaws, be it the main character Bloom, showing that she was a bit impulsive and vulnerable and trying to find her own place in the world, which I think all of us go through these phases. So yeah, it was so amazing to always have these animes give you a pre-idea, even though there are a lot of animes I wish I would have watched earlier, so I would have learned a few lessons early on. But yeah, these lessons that it's okay to be flawed, and that the people who love you will always come back to you. They'll always be with you even if you fight. I think this also they taught a lot more beautifully, even though subtly, how to work around with your friends regardless of the fights, regardless of what happens, and to stick with them no matter what. So many amazing things, yeah. So many amazing things. Learning how to cope with where you come from, who you are becoming, and not getting too much into the negative headspace and getting help from your friends. It was beautiful. I think you should just revisit the Winx thing, because there are a lot of lessons in there. And I in the morning I was replying to a comment and I mentioned how I'm going to make the Winx video today, and I came across this Netflix series which is based around Winx, and it was season 2, and people said the season 1 wasn't as magical as the second one is looking. So I would love to be a part of that, be a part of the Winx universe, and especially if Netflix is, I don't know, never know, the universe is big but is also connected. So if somebody at Netflix watching this, please do consider me for Bloom, or if not Bloom, then Stella, definitely Stella. If not, no, Bloom and Stella are the only 2 characters out of that. I love Flora's aesthetic sense and her dressing sense, but no, I would love to be Bloom more because of the persona. A mix of Bloom and Stella, we can come up with new fairies, a mix of Bloom and Stella is what you'll get from me. And yeah, so I'd love to do it. Okay, I've as always I've digressed, but this is all that I wanted to talk about in terms of animes that I loved watching growing up, and I'm so glad we had these, animes to learn a lot from. They are such beautiful, and not again to say, I think it's a thing that every generation is like, our era was far more amazing than yours kind of way, but I genuinely enjoyed my era at least, and these beautiful animes. Oh my god, it's already on 18 minutes. Okay, let's wrap this up. I don't want to bore people. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be making a part 2 because I wanted to talk about Karishikari Dog Show, Scooby-Doo, Drake and Josh. Oh my god, we used to love Drake and Josh. I didn't like it as much before, but then I started liking it. Lots and lots of animes that I used to love, like Noddy and all. Yeah, so That's it. If do tell me what your favorite character from Winx was, or even just Oswald. If it was Oswald, Henry, Daisy, Weenie from Dragon Tales. It was Annie, Max, Cassie, or Zack and Weezy, or I forgot the teacher's name. Yeah, so on. And I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are, or amazing night wherever you are. And this video stirred up some nostalgia. I'm sure going to watch Winx videos after this, or probably listen to the OSTs is what we call them now, but we used to call them theme songs back then. So Oswald's music, Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales, Dragon Tales, and Winx. I remember the Hindi version of Winx Club, Ladkiyon Ka Hai Winx Club. I think I'll just put it here somewhere so you can also listen and have a good time with me. Yeah. I'm singing it softly because my mom is sitting in the other room and she'll probably think I've gone nuts. But I don't think it's new for her. She knows my personality well. So yeah, I hope you love this video. If you do and you do want me to make that part 2, do let me know in the comments below. And Jesus, bye.